Welcome to week 2 of our cooking classes. Lots and lots of pumpkins about. You've probably seen them in the shops with your parents. So we are making 2 pumpkin recipes. One of our pumpkin recipes, which we're making right now, is a vegan pumpkin pie. Very easy to make, only maybe 5 ingredients. For spices, you've got some cloves, some nutmeg and some cinnamon. Pumpkin, any pumpkin, butternut pumpkin, Japanese pumpkin, any type of pumpkin. We've got 2 eggs and some coconut condensed milk, which is unsweetened. Health food shop, very good for you. And we have some short crust pastry. So if you've read your recipe, and hopefully you have, the instructions are chop your pumpkin up quite fine, put it into boiling water and cook it. So I've done that, and here is the cooked pumpkin. I've strained it down and it's still a little bit warm. I'm just going to add that to my bowl, but I'm going to measure it out. So I've got the scales here, and we need 400 grams. So I'm just going to pop that in there, weigh it out. And that's 400 grams, 401, but that's okay. And so we have that there, and we're going to mash it. Very easy. You can blend it, mash it, mix it. It's quite soft. It's very sweet. It smells really nice. So just lightly mashed. And we're going to add our coconut condensed milk. And our spices, so we have 3 spices, and roughly we need 1 teaspoon's worth. So I am actually just going to add a little bit of each to make 1 teaspoon's worth. Roughly, because roughly is okay. And we're just going to mix it all together. So the condensed milk is going to cool the pumpkin down a little bit, so when we add our eggs next, hopefully they won't cook. It's okay to be messy. This is going everywhere. 2 eggs. 1, 2. Whisk it together. So it's going to be quite runny, but that's okay. It's meant to be runny. It's going to solidify once you put it into the actual oven. Okay, so I've poured our filling into a little jug, and I'm just going to put it inside so we can get everything ready for our pan or tray. Pretty simple. I'm not using anything to oil the actual tray itself because it's quite new and it's non-stick. But if you have one that you think your pastry might stick to, feel free to just oil it lightly. I'm just using a little cup. Going to press out the pastry like that, nice and close, circles, nice little rounds. Bring it over to my tray and just gently press it in. Take the next one and repeat that process until it's all filled.
Go.
And just like that, Beck and I have filled the tray. Now we're going to decorate our pies. We're going to make the decorative part. It's up to you how you're going to design your own mini pies. I thought leaves would be nice as it's autumn and all the leaves are falling down. So, or you can just make it a traditional way, but you design the top. You can even make it pumpkin, however you want it. So what I like to do is cut my sheet into 5 rows, roughly, depending how big your pan is also. And to make a leaf, all I'm going to do is cut a little rectangle out. And I'm going to just round off the edges. up the top and just meet down at the bottom. Put a little line. Don't press it all the way through. Just be gentle with it as you're working with it. And you can just slightly separate it apart, and that's going to be our little leaf to put on top once we fill our pastry. The other thing that you can do is once you've got your long strip, you can actually just cut little lines, and I'll show you in a sec what we're actually going to do with these. But now I'm going to fill our little cups that are ready. Don't need to fill it all the way to the top. Just 3/4 of the way full or almost full, but just leave a little pastry showing at the top. And then we can take our leaf that we made and just gently place it on top. Or we can take our strips and again just gently placing it on top, just like that, for our little mini pies. So now we've filled all of our pastries with the filling. You can see our designs. We've got some love hearts, some lettuces, leaves, map of Tasmania. It's meant to be a love heart, but it's okay if it's not. And we're going to put it into our preheated oven of 200 to 220 degrees. And it is a fan-forced oven for roughly about 10-15 minutes, but we'll keep an eye on it. And when it's nice and golden brown, we'll take it out. And here we go. They're looking golden in colour, and they've risen a little bit. And now we just need to wait for them to cool, and we can enjoy them.
Delicious.
Thanks, guys. I hope you had fun making this recipe. If you made nice designs, if you've made any designs, and you want to share them, send them through. It'll be interesting to see what you guys came up with. Bye.